God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son, that whosoever believeth in him should not perish, but have everlasting life.
Excuse me, son.
Yeah?
What have you got there?
Got some birds, some wild birds.
Really?
Yeah.
Where'd you get them?
I'm in the field over there. There's a field with wild birds.
Huh.
Yeah.
Well, if you don't mind my asking, what are you going to do with them?
I want to play games with them.
Games?
Yeah. I put a stick in there, and they'll be like going, caw, 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 like that, And then sometimes I like to rattle the cage, and they think it's an earthquake, and they love that.
What happens to them after you're done playing games with them?
Usually I feed them my cat. My cat likes wild birds.
I'll tell you what. I am fond of wild birds.
You are?
Yeah. Let me buy them from you.
You want to buy my wild birds?
Yeah.
Well, they're no good for nothing. They can't do no tricks or nothing. And when you open this gate, they're just going to fly away.
How much?
You're serious?
I'm very serious.
$5.
All right.
$20.
They're wild birds.
They're exotic birds.
You found them in a field.
An exotic field.
All right. That's all I got.
See you looking at the cage.
Yeah. What do you got in there?
You know what's in there.
Mankind.
Found them in the garden. Funny thing is, they put themselves in that cage. I had nothing to do with it.
So what's your...
Play games with them.
Games? What kind of games?
All kinds of games. I'm going to put games into their life that they think is going to bring them so much pleasure. Then I'm going to turn the world upside down. I'm going to make right seem wrong and wrong seem right.
And then?
They'll be damned for all eternity.
My father and I are very fond of mankind.
I know.
We want them to have access to us. So, I'm going to pay for their freedom.
You want these humans.
Yeah.
You know they've promised you everything before. They're going to turn their backs on you.
Some will, and some won't.
You're serious.
Oh, I'm very serious.
It'll cost you your tears,
I know.
your blood.
Yeah,
It'll cost you your life.
I know.
You're willing to give your life.
I'm willing to give what it takes.
This reminds us about what Jesus did for us on the cross. He picked up that wooden cross and carried it to Mount Calvary because he loved you and me.
Do you ever get tired of your boring day-to-day life? I know I do. I should say that I did. Then I decided to do something about it. You see, conventional wisdom says that you live your life, and then your parents die, and they give you whatever they have left over, an inheritance. I'm sorry, that just wasn't good enough for me. So I decided to do something about it, I want my money right now. So one day, I walked right up to my dad, and I said to him, "Dad, I want what's coming to me right now." That's what my youngest son said to me. I want what's coming to me right now. All I could think of that moment was, I'd like to give you what's coming to you right now. I brought him into this world, and I can make another one just like him. But he's my son, and I love him. So I gave him his money and told him if he could have a better life on his own without me, so be it. He
packed his bags, and the next thing I knew,
I was out of there. Kissed this boring place goodbye. I had places to go, people to see. So the first thing I did was,
my son got lost. I love him, but he's no Magellan. I heard he had to stop for directions at least 4 times before he even made it out of our hometown.
you know what? No, not 4, okay? It was 3. And one of them wasn't even my fault. I couldn't understand what the guy was saying. I was just like, okay, thank you. And besides that, the only reason I can't follow directions is because somebody never taught me to follow directions.
Don't go there.
Okay, look. The point is, I got out of there, and I started to live it up. I mean, I had more friends than I knew what to do with. I was eating like a king. I had the finest clothes, and the ladies. What can I say about the ladies?
I can say something about the ladies. They were women, but they were not ladies.
Okay, you know what? Never mind. The thing was, life was good.
Until my son's money ran out, around the same time a recession hit our country.
There wasn't any work to be found. I mean, I tried. I really tried, but there just weren't jobs. Eventually, I found a job. It wasn't bad. It was a manager's position. It was an associate position at the... Okay. I was a bacon preparation assistant.
Which means?
I fed pigs. I hated that job. It didn't pay much. I didn't have enough money for a place to live. There were many days I didn't even have enough money to eat. Sometimes I was so hungry, I would gladly have eaten the disgusting scraps I was feeding the pigs, but I couldn't. They wouldn't let me. So, with hunger pains as a constant reminder of how I'd squandered everything my father had given me, I lived in agony day after
day after day after day. I'd watch and I'd wait for my son to come home, and my heart would ache as only a parent's heart could for his own child. But hear me on this. I never gave up on him. I never gave up on him. I knew that it would happen one day.
One day it hit me. One day I realized that the lowliest of my father's workers lived better than I did. At least they had a place to live and food to eat, and I didn't have either one of those things. So I wondered,
what if he never comes to his senses? What if he lets pride just get in the way? No. I will see him again.
Again and again. These thoughts ran through my head as I began my journey back to my father's house. I knew what I would do. There's no way that I would accept a handout, and I couldn't expect him to take me back as his son. So I would ask him to hire me on as a worker. I mean, maybe he would do that. Just maybe.
Maybe today will be the day that my son will come home. That's what I would say every morning when I'd wake up. Maybe today will be the day that I would see him off in the distance as he makes his way back home.
Home. That word means so many things. Comfort, care, security, love, home. I couldn't believe I was just a few hundred yards away from it.
It was a beautiful day. I was sitting on my front porch, and that's when I saw him.
He stood up out of his chair. He looked in my direction. He squinted his eyes to get a better look at me. And then I began to wonder, what if he doesn't take me back? What if I get to him and he just looks at me and he says, I told you so, I told you so.
Some of you would just roll your eyes every time I mentioned my son. But I knew he would come back. I just knew
this was a bad idea. I knew I shouldn't have done this, and so I just stopped.
He just stood there.
I couldn't move.
I couldn't just stand there, so
he jumped. My dad literally jumped off the porch. I'd never seen him do anything like that before. It was like he was this little kid who was excited about something. And then it hit me. He was excited about me. So you know what I did next?
I ran. My heart was pounding so fast, I just had to get to him.
I'd never seen him run so fast. He was running at me with his arms stretched out wide as if to say, welcome home, welcome home.
That's what I kept shouting to him. But I don't know if he could hear me, so I just kept shouting it over and over. All I wanted to do was just scoop him up in my arms like he was when he was like a little child, and just let him know that everything was going to be okay. And as I got closer to him, I could see tears running down his face.
He was crying.
Tears of joy. And you know what my son did next? I jumped. I was nervous, I was excited, and so I literally jumped. And you know what my father did? Well, I fell backwards. He's a big boy. and then he hugged me. And he embraced me like only a father can. I kept saying over and over again, I am so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I don't deserve to be called your son. My son is back. Get him some clean clothes. Let's give him a meal. No, a feast. For my son will no longer live as an orphan. For all my hopes have come true.
I guess it was hope. Hope that made me start that journey back home. Hope that got me through all the miles. A hope that my father would take me back and somehow I could be forgiven.
Forgiven. It's all forgiven. And I will never bring it up ever again. There is no shame. There is no guilt. For my son was lost. And now he is found.
Dad.
Yeah.
Dad.
Yeah.
Dad.
Yeah.
Such a Frankenberry. Okay, listen, I really am cereal.
Give me the total answer.
Dad, if you keep doing this, I'm gonna just tell you to cheerio, and then you're gonna be in trouble, okay? Because I'm being serial with you here.
I would never leave you. You're my lucky charm. I am a little Cocoa Puff.
Boom, Barry. Oh, that's funny. Hey, Dad.
Yeah.
Dad, I'm scared because there's a booger monster under my bed. I need to go sleep with you and Mom.
There's a booger monster under your bed.
Yes, I need to go sleep with you and Mom, okay?
No, you don't need to go sleep with me. No. Now listen. Does your booger monster? How do you know there's a booger monster?
Well, because his name is Sebastian. His name is Sebastian, and he's my booger monster.
Your booger monster's name's Sebastian?
Yes.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
You just need to sleep in your bed.
No. I'm gonna go. Mom!
No.
Shh! Mom!
No, shh. Don't wake up your mom.
Why?
Because she's nicer than me. Listen, you don't want to go sleep with Mom and I.
I do. I want to go sleep with you and Mom.
No, you don't. No, because we got our own booger monster. That's it. There's a booger monster in our bed.
You have a booger monster in your room too?
Yes.
You do?
Yes. It's awful. It has icy cold toes and prickly legs and snores like a banshee.
Wow. Hey, Dad.
Yeah.
Well, what's a banshee?
I don't know, but it snores loud.
Wow. Hey, Dad.
Yeah.
My booger monster's name is Sebastian.
Yeah.
What's your booger monster's name?
Carol.
Carol?
Yeah.
That's the same name as Mom.
Bingo.
Go figure that one out.
Yeah.
Hold the phone.
I know.
Someone ought to tell Mom.
Huh?
I will.
No.
There's a booger monster! Run for your life!
No.
Save yourself! between you and me.
Okay.
And when you wake up tomorrow, there'll be an Andrew Jackson in your piggy bank, all right?
I don't know what that is, but okay, Dad.
All right, that's what I'm saying.
All right. Hey, Dad, how old am I?
I think you're 4.
4?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm a dad. I don't keep track of that
Yeah.
stuff. Yeah.
Dad, I got a question for you.
Sure, shoot.
You got a full head of hair,
Do.
and I'm 4 years old.
Yeah.
I got nothing. What's that about? Dad, kids at school pick on me.
You don't need to listen to those kids.
No, they call me cue ball.
I know.
I don't even know what that means, but my self-esteem is getting knocked. I don't even know what that means.
Listen.
Dr. Phil is calling my house. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying, Dad? What does that mean?
Well, your head looks like Dr. Phil.
Dad.
No, listen.
Yeah.
Your mom and I have been talking to a specialist, and we're going to go tomorrow. In fact, if you sleep tonight, we're taking the specialist tomorrow, and the specialist is going to do a transplant. He's going to pull all that hair off your back and put it on the top of your head. And the kids will be jealous because you're going to have a lot of curly hair up there. It's going to be great, my man. When you wake up Daddy at 3, he's not so nice, is he?
Dad,
Yeah.
let me just go sleep with you.
Oh, no, you don't need to.
I don't, well, tell me why, because I don't understand,
Listen,
Dad.
now let's just define this situation,
Uh-huh.
okay?
Yeah.
I am the daddy.
You're the daddy.
I'm the daddy.
You're the daddy. Hi, Daddy.
Hi, son.
Hi, Daddy.
Hi, son.
Hey, Daddy.
Hey, son.
Hi, Dad.
Yeah, we got
You're
it.
the daddy.
Right.
You're the daddy. Hey, Daddy.
Hey,
Daddy, Daddy, Daddy.
yeah,
You're my daddy.
got it.
Daddy. Daddy.
I'm the daddy.
You're the daddy.
And you.
And I'm the daddy.
No.
No.
No,
No.
I'm the
You're the
daddy,
daddy.
and you're the.
And I'm the grandpa.
No.
No.
No, you're not the grandpa.
No. I look like him.
Yes.
Oh.
That's where you get that.
Yeah.
Your mom's
My
dad.
mom's side.
That's
Yeah.
right.
Yeah. You're the daddy.
Yeah, and you
And
are
I'm that weird uncle.
No.
He always says, pull my finger. I
am-
have no idea. What does that mean?
I don't know, but don't pull it.
Okay.
All right? Disaster happens when you pull that.
Okay.
I'm the
The daddy.
and you're the son.
I'm the son.
Yeah. And the daddy loves his son.
Daddy loves son.
And if the daddy loves his son,
They're going to keep me safe.
look, here's the thing. Do you know that daddy's good?
Yes, you're good.
Do you know that daddy wants the best for you?
Yes.
All right. Do you know that daddy's always here for you?
Yes.
That's what I need you to know. Sometimes life is going to get scary. And yeah, maybe you feel like you've got a booger monster. But you know what? We all got booger monsters. I mean, when you're little, they live under your bed.